How do you know your sales idea is any good? We hear this question multiple times in our Micro SaaS 8 Key community. The simplest answer is to build a landing page to clear your thoughts and start building your waitlist. Make sure you get at least 40 to 50 signups and you are able to talk to 10 or 5 folks one-on-one. Don't get into coding unless MVP is a must need for users. But long answer, don't pick an idea casually. Do some research. There are hundreds of niches available. You can find some good ideas in Micro SaaS Ideas newsletter. Once you get a hang of the SaaS ecosystem, this is what I recommend to people. Start small. Start with a landing pages and build a waitlist without building through product. Launch on beta list, P8. Make posts on Reddit. And hack. Use ads to add a few more signups. Talk to user one-on-one. Read the demos, test. Get the vibe and incrementally build the product if there is positive vibe. It is easy to get interviews and you are able to get more meaningful description of the problem from them. For me, it shows at least that some people have this problem. People want to talk, plus that is not a big deal to get interviews with them. Sign us, that is, would be not hard to get first few users for MVP. You know audience a little bit and your wording resonate with them. You have some kind of unfair advantage due to your previous knowledge of niches. Conduct a market opportunity assessment. If it passes that, build a landing page and promote it to see how much interested signups it gets. Build a proof of concept that let testers try it out. Build an MVP and let testers try it out. Launch it and everyone try it out. You probably reading the wrong books for the wrong reasons. By Jenny Allen. I had a lot of books, one or two per week, going on many years now. I love reading, but I hate think to people about reading. Talk to people about reading because books are Swiss Army knives that do 5 distinct jobs at least. Yet most people are aware of only 2 or 3 of these jobs, so their opinions about books often miss the point. So their opinions about books often miss the point. Book give us 5 P's: propositions, procedures, perspective, provocation, and pleasure. Few books address all of these use cases, but most address at least 2. But most address at least 2. Below I will break these jobs down and mention some of my favorite books from each category. Proposition. Job to be done. You want to learn a general set of facts about a subject. Maybe you are just curious, or maybe you will figure out it will be professional or socially useful to inform yourself. Either way, you're probably not looking for specific action steps here. You just want to go from being ignorant to being somewhat less ignorant. Example: early last year I picked up Yan Angus, How China Escaped the Poverty Trap. What? How China Escaped the Poverty Trap. Out of the curious and out of nagging sense that I should know at least something about China, when I came away with a massive exceed my expectation. A playbook for making something out of nothing, a good primer on the rules of economic growth and how nations can become exceptions of these rules. An inspirational and actionable case study in leadership. Even a couple system theoretical mental model that I've been applied to running indie hackers. This was arguably my favorite book from 2023. You really never know which propositional books, because every set of facts is also a messy set of instruction. Here are 5 other propositions books I love, in no particular order. Procedures. Job to be done. Where propositional books are about knowing that. Propositional books are about knowing how. You pick them up when you want to learn the action steps for solving a specific problem in your life. Propositionals and procedurals are the 2 use cases that most people have in mind when they think about non-fictional. Example, we spin up new crowd-sourced products all the time for indie hackers, and it's always different to go from 0 to 1. So a few years ago, I picked up The Cold Start Problem by Andrew Creel. Tremendously valuable. It helps validate several of our suspicions about how to create and leverage network effects, including the controversial principle that social networks should reward accounts that are already big, because they are doing tremendous amount of heavy lifting on the supply side. Here are 5 other procedural books I love. Perspective. Job to be done. Can you tell me what is north of the North Pole, or what time it is on the sun? Probably not. These questions are based on assumptions that aren't true, and as this say goes, it's very difficult to find a black cat in a dark room, especially if there's no cat. Enter perspective books. They serve to explore new ways of framing the words that are less about offering answer and more about suggesting better questions to ask. This often works of innovative genius, and they are generally my favorite books. Provocation. Job to be done. Sometimes acrosia gets you. Acarisia gets you. You know what to do, but you can't get yourself to do it. What a lot of people do in this situation, enrich from how to content as if they have a knowledge deficit, when really they have a motivational benefit deficit. They need is reason, not reason, reason. This is where self-improvement books help, or biographies about titans of your field that light a spark in you. Pleasure. Job to be done. To feel good, fictional does a good job of this, but I'm novelist, so I usually read fiction for 1 plus of the reason above. I won't give example here because pleasure is high subjective and we all can think up good examples. Mixing and matching. In my case, how I read a book depends on why I'm reading it. If I'm reading a procedural book, I will expect it a lot of an author. If they don't know more about the subject than me, I will discard the book immediately. But if they are legit, I'll take my time. I'll take a lot of note. Sometimes I'll convert insights into standard operating procedures with my personal productivity system. But if I'm reading for perspective, say I'm reading with a lot of more patience and open-mindedness, I'll also go more quickly than with a propositional or procedural book. Comes across a new term of concept that I don't understand, no matter, I just forget ahead and work out the bigger picture as I cover more ground. These are books that I will reread from cover to cover when they are really good, usually more slowly with each successful read.